Ooh, strong. That's good stuff. Hey, good people. This is your brother L, welcoming you to podcast number 253 of I'm For Real, Yes It's True.com. And I want to say thank you so much to those of you who've been on this journey faithfully for the last 3 years. And thank you to you newbies too who've been coming out and joining in, and I really appreciate it. And I hope you didn't forget to bring your coffee. For those of you who've been here, you know how we do this. We get in and out in 10 minutes. We have these stories that have been given to you, given by you, the listener, from 1980 until the present day, who that are true stories, and we take them, we retell them, and we put a biblical ending on them to coincide with the lesson that was taught. And mostly it's a lesson about how God has redeemed us. And that's where we're at. That's what we do. We'll continue on as long as it's God's will. The schedule has been a little hectic lately, so you may get more than one video in a week, and you might not get one for 2 weeks, but that's all going to smooth out now. We got some wonderful things we're working on, and a new place to record, and we're going to do a few things. Just stick around and see what we're doing. Anyway, to get back to today is September 9th, 2023, and the name of today's story is A Seat at His Table. And we're going to jump right into this. Okay. Now, if you see me looking down, it's because I have these wonderful notes, and I don't want to miss anything as far as the point I want to make and the story I want to tell. This is all true stuff. Okay, to jump right in. A word we are bombarded with today in the media, in the workplace, and in our leisure is this word, inclusiveness. It seems that no one wants to be accused of not making room for a person unlike themselves. In theory, this is a good practice. And being Christians, we should always be looking for ways to reach out to those who may not be of the household of faith. When we were grafted into the family, the desire to see others receive the same rich blessing that we now have become a part of in our life is part of our DNA, whether we choose to act on that or not. Now, a few years ago, Donovan started coming to a Saturday men's study. He was in poor health, driving a van that was clearly on its last leg. And he was formerly part of an alternative lifestyle, and most of the men at the study didn't feel comfortable talking with him. After a few weeks, it became quite evident that Donovan wasn't attending the study to learn more about our God, but to see what he might be able to acquire. The coffee and donuts were high on his list, as well as seeing who could lend him money for gas until his check arrived. And also, if anyone had pain medication like Norco or ibuprofen that they could share with him, just enough to take the edge off of his back pain, he would be appreciative of that. Now, there are a few guys who tried to help, but it wasn't long before we saw a pattern. The pattern in his behavior became questionable, and when he was asked about it, he got defensive, and he said that we were all a bunch of hypocrites, and we were not accepting him for who he was. Well, he probably wasn't entirely wrong. We as Christians are called to first love on people and to forgive them as Christ has forgiven us. However, A big part of loving people is telling them the truth. Even if it's hard to hear or it hurts us. Ephesians 4:11 through 4:16 tells us to speak the truth in love. I want you guys to read that later, so don't forget to write that down. Now, to read further into the chapter, starting at Ephesians 4:17 going through 4:24, it speaks of our exclusiveness as children of God, not inclusiveness as the world teaches. Take a read for yourself and you'll see what I mean. Good people, you know how we do it, short and sweet. I just wanted to bring that to your attention today, and I hope that you take it to heart. I hope that you take a look at it. I hope that you bring your coffee, or that you have brought your coffee. This would be a good time to take a sip. If I didn't tell you earlier, I'm your brother L. I'm not your pastor. I love you, and I'm hoping that if it's God's will, I'll see you here again next week. This week, love on someone. Love on anyone who comes into your path. Let's reserve judgment. Let's try to be the saints that we've been called to be. Amen? All right. We're going to leave it right there for this week, good people. And we're going to see you real soon. Don't forget your brother L loves you. And I'm praying for you every single day. And that's realer than real deal Holyfield. Amen? Amen. If it's God's will, we'll see you here again next week. Don't forget your coffee. All right? You take good care.